Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the new project, and today we're gonna build the multi-step form. We're gonna use the technologies React and Material UI. So you can see here's the simple form with the three steps. First step, it's a sign up. Here's the form with the text fields for the first name, last name, for the font format, and you can see if we open, here's I think here's all the countries. By default you can see here's the Canada, but we can change it, and this is a library. I will show you how to use this library. All right, so next it's email, password, and confirm password. So let's go through all the fields. Of course, this form gonna be the with validation, and this only is a front end, not any backend, guys. So here's the first name. If I type one letter, you can see here's the error message, enter valid first name. If I type second letter, the message error message disappeared. So I add not less than 2 letters, okay, because some people have name with the 2 letters, for example Joe. All right, so for the last name, it's same the story, not less than 2. And if we're gonna leave empty, here's another error message. This is required field. All right, 2 different error messages. And for the email, we're gonna use regex, and here's the email format. For example, it's supposed to be the ad, and let me type the Russian provider of emails, mail.ru. Okay, not less than 2 letters after dot, because in Russia we have format RU, or maybe your website gonna have the email and for example TV or CA or I don't know SU. So you got the idea, guys. So after that I add not less than 2. All right, let's move forward. Here's the password. So if I type 1 letter, here's the error message right away. Minimum 6 characters and at least 1 special character. So also you can see we can click and we can see what we're gonna type. For example, let's add 6 characters. The message still shown to us because we need to add any special characters. Okay. All right, so and for confirm password, let me see what we're gonna type. Let's type same, and we need to add special characters, and after we type correct confirm password, when the passwords match and no empty text fields, we can see the sign up button not anymore disabled and checkbox. Okay, if we're gonna leave empty, we can see the disabled button. All right, so this is a first step, sign up. Let's move forward to the choose plan, and here we have choose the plan. You can imagine I have online movie theater like Netflix, and when people sign up they can choose the plan. For example, let's take a premium, and let's click right here, and you can see here's the plan what I chose. Let's go back. We can change basic, and you can see here's a basic plan. So we're gonna use the local storage to store our data. Okay, so and for the last step, for checkout, I build the pop-up and simple form. Set up your debit or credit card. So here's the same validation. Okay. And for credit card expiration date and CSV code, I just add, if you type letters, it's gonna be the must be number error message, and let's type the numbers and no more error. Same thing right here, numbers, no error, nothing special, guys. Simple. All right, so that's it. That's what we're gonna build. So if you're ready, if you like this tutorial, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, and of course subscribe to not to miss any new projects. All right, so let's start it, and we're gonna build everything from scratch, guys. I think this is best way to learn, when you follow along from the scratch. All right, so I'm gonna create new folder. I'm gonna name it React Material UI MultiStep form. Okay, so now I'm gonna open Visual Studio. I'm gonna open this folder. And now in here we're gonna install React boilerplate. So I'm gonna open the console and you can see we inside this folder. So to create React boilerplate, just create React app space and period and press enter. So that's mean that's gonna build inside this folder. You can see the process is starting. All right, now let's clean a little bit. I'm gonna delete unnecessary files and images. Okay, and in source folder I'm not gonna use index CSS and this logo. I'm gonna remove them. And in index I'm gonna remove this import path because I deleted this file. And I think that's it for the index. Now let's see in the app. We deleted the logo, so let's remove the import path, and right here I'm gonna delete everything. I don't need this class name, and I'm gonna type some message. Hello. That's it. So to see if our app working without any errors, so to start the app, npm start. All right, we can see the application work without any issues. So let's start building, guys, and I'm gonna create inside this source folder another one, and I'm gonna name it components. Here's is gonna be all the components. Okay, so first component I'm gonna name it MultiStep form. That's gonna be the main component. So inside this component we're gonna render all our 3 steps. All right, so I'm gonna use the snippet RAFCE and press tab. So it's built for me the functional component. I use the plugin, let me show you guys, and this plugin. All right, so if you don't have install, I highly recommend you because it's make a process faster to build the application. Also you can install bracket pair colorized, and that's make a different colors of my code, so it's very easy to navigate inside your code. All right, so if you don't have them, recommend you guys install it. All right, and we move forward. So I use double quotes, so we're gonna change from single to doubles to make my code more even, you know. So and now we need to install Material UI core and Material UI icons, because we're gonna use the icons. Also we're gonna use the React router. So let's install these patches. I'm gonna split my console and npm install I shortcut for install, and first gonna be the Material UI core and Material UI icons, and of course React React router DOM. All right, so it takes some time. Alright, so we installed all the packages we need for now, and let me add some text right here. Main component, just to see if our React router gonna work. And let's go to the apps.js, and right here we need to import the React router, but before we import we need to go to index.js and import right here the browser router, and we're gonna rename it router. You can give name any you like, but usually all programmers name it router. So, and it's come from React router DOM. What do browser router? It's help to route in the browser. All right, so let's wrap everything with the router. We wrap our highest component, which is app component, this one. All the components gonna be inside of this component, and the router will allow us to route between the components. All right, but we're gonna route only from app to MultiStep. All right, so don't forget add the comma here. Let me save, and we're done with the index for now. And right here, let's import route from React router DOM. And this component gonna help us to route, and now we can build the path where we want to route to. So let's add this component route, specify the path, and we want to localhost 3000. Okay, so it's gonna be the main path. And component, I wanna use the MultiStep form. Don't forget to close. All right, now we need to import this component, and it's inside the components folder. All right, we don't need to specify .js because it's JavaScript. It's already know, React already know this is a JS format. And now we should be good to go. So we saved. Let's go to browser, and here you can see the main components. This text come from this component MultiStep form. All right, so now we can import and start building our header. Okay, so let's import components from a Material UI core. So, and we need to stepper. I will explain you guys what these components and why we use them. Okay, step, then step label, and we need typography and button, and it's come from Material UI core. Okay, we install this package, and where is this? For those who don't know where it's come from, here's the folder node modules, and if we open it we can see Material UI, and here's the core path, and here's all the components, also icons and styles. That's 3 of this folder we're gonna use. Okay, so let's import the styles. Import make styles, which gonna allow us to style our components. All right, and it's come from Material UI core and folder styles. Let me close it up. Before we're gonna render and return something, I wanna create a couple functions. And first function, I'm gonna name it get steps, and I'm gonna return inside this function the array with 3 strings. First string gonna be sign up, second string gonna be the choose plan, and third one gonna be checkout. All right, here's gonna be first step, that's gonna be the second and third one. This is the titles. All right, and second function, I'm gonna name it get steps content. I'm gonna pass the argument step index, and we're gonna use the switch. We're gonna loop through the steps, okay, and we're gonna use the switch, and I'm gonna pass the same parameter steps index, step index, and the case 0. Why 0? Because we're gonna loop through the titles, okay, so 0 1 2, and I wanna return just string step 1 sign up. For the second step, I'm gonna use 1 and return step 2 choose plan. And for the case 2, for third step, return and step 3, that's gonna be the checkout. Okay, so now let's return the components, and of course don't forget to add default. We're gonna return, if nothing, we're gonna return unknown step. Okay, let's get rid of this text we don't need, and inside I wanna add the stepper component, and inside the stepper I want to map through all our steps, okay, these titles. So let's do this. Before we do, let's put this function inside the variable. I'm gonna name it steps. Okay, so now we can use the steps, and it's gonna contain this function. All right, let's map. So steps dot map, and argument I'm gonna name it label. I'm gonna use the arrow function, and I wanna return the component step, which this one, and inside the step step label, and pass right here the label. And of course don't forget add the key, because React gonna argue, and I'm gonna name it label. All right, so now I think we can see what we've done, but before, let's add the class right here, and it's time to use make styles. I'm gonna create the variable, gonna name it use styles, and it's gonna contain make styles method. It's gonna be the object, and now I can name the classes. Okay, it's gonna be the objects. So I wanna name first class root, that's mean gonna be the main class, and I wanna pass the width 100%, not 100, let's add 50, comma, and okay, here's typo, margin I wanna add on the top 6 rem, and right and left auto. Let me add the border 1 pixel, solid, it's gonna be 999. Let's save, and let's see what we built. Save it. All right, we can see our stepper. So let's place the titles under the numbers. Okay, to do that, in the stepper we need to type alternative label. All right, save, let's see, and here it is. All right, so let's So we don't see the styles yet because we need to create another variable. I'm gonna name it classes, and it's gonna contain use styles. Okay, replace this variable, I mean this method inside this variable classes. And to use the class, we need to type class name and use the classes dot root, the class which we just create. Okay, this one. And let's see, and you can see all the styles applied. Okay, so let's create the functionality and we can switch between the steps. Okay, and let's first change the color. Let me inspect, and the way we can change is this. We need to grab the name, this name of classes. I'm copy. I'm gonna add those classes right here in the quotes, ampersand, that's important. Then I'm gonna paste the name of the classes, and don't forget to add period right here, and right here no spaces in here because it's not gonna work. All right, so and inside I want to change the color to be red. Let me save, let's see, and now we change the color. Okay, when it's active. Okay, and also when it completed, we need to change the color too, but we're gonna do later. So I want you to see what's gonna happen. Okay, so now let's create the functionality. We can switch between the steps. All right, as we use the functional component, we're gonna use the React hooks. Okay, so let me comment right here, React hooks, and I'm gonna create first hook in array. I'm gonna name it active step and set active step, and we're gonna use state, and by default that's gonna be the 0. And let's bring use state from React. All right, and let's create another method. I'm gonna name it handle next. Okay, I'm gonna use arrow function and handle next without arguments. And here is I'm gonna set active step. Okay, so set active step, and I'm gonna use the arrow function to pref active step, and pref active step just +1. So how it's gonna work? So every time when we're gonna use onClick event, this function gonna be fired up. Okay, and it's gonna change the step +1, the next. So now we can right here after stepper, let's bring the button, just type next, and let's add onClick event, and let's grab this function and add right here. And in the stepper, let's add right here after the class name, let's add active step, and I'm gonna pass our hook, our state. All right, by default it's 0, active step. And here after stepper, let's check if active step gonna be equal to all the steps length. That's mean when all steps done. All right, so we wanna pass to our button string, it's gonna be the finish. And if not all the steps finished, we wanna add the next. Okay, and of course we can get rid of this text because we're gonna check conditionally, and we can place right here the button, and conditional check gonna be the inside. All right, so we're checking if all the steps finished. We wanna show inside the button the text finish. Okay, if not, it's gonna be the next. And right here, let's check again, same thing. Let me copy this line to make a process faster. Okay, we're checking again if all steps are done. Okay, we're gonna pass the string the steps completed. So if not completed, we want to return our button. Let's see, guys. Let's add button right here. Let's save. Let's see what we just built. Okay, functionality working. We not see the content, and let's move this inside the stepper, and let's add right here our function with all the text, okay, with all the cases. So I'm gonna grab name of the function, let me copy, and I'm gonna pass right here, and let's use React fragment. I'm gonna wrap everything. Okay, and we need to put inside the active step the state. Okay, let's save. Let's see now. Okay, we add the break line right here. Okay, and let's see now, guys. Doesn't matter. We can see the changing step 2, choose plan and checkout. Okay, I know the style's not perfect, but it's okay. We don't need the styles now. Okay, we just need to see if our functionality working. Okay, and let's, guys, remove this. Let's move down here. Let me wrap with the React fragment right here, and let's see now what we got. Let's remove the class name from here. Let's add right here this div. Alright, so let me see. Okay, it's inside. Alright, so step 1, sign up. Next, it's active now. Choose plan, and check out and check out. And now I want to change to red when it's completed. Let's see what class name. And the class name completed instead of active. So let's change. Let me copy this. And instead of active, we're gonna add completed. Let's save. Let's check. Okay, next. Okay, next. All right, so we're done with the functionality. Now we're gonna build the each step. Okay, the first step gonna be the form. And now let's create step 1. Okay, in the components folder, we're gonna create another file. I'm gonna name it step 1. That's gonna be functional component. Let me add some text. All right, now let me import in MultiStep form. Okay, I see here is a typo. Let me rename. All right, and in the app.js, let me. Okay, here's a no arrow. MultiStep. All right. MultiStep. Save, and right here we're gonna import the step 1 component right here, and the comment here, and step 1 from, it's in the same folder, so it's right here. Let me save, and now let's see in the browser. Okay, so we can see the text from step 1 component. So now let's work. Let's build the form. I can close for now the MultiStep. Let me add double quotes right here, and let's import the components from Material UI which we're gonna use. We need the typography. We're gonna use button. We're gonna use grid, checkbox. Then we're gonna use the text field, outlined input, form control, and input label. That's it for now. And let's import make styles to style our components. And right here, let me delete the text. I'm gonna add the typography component right here, and I'm gonna use variant h5, and the text sign up with email. Let me save. Let's check our text. All right, so let's style it. We're gonna style right here. So the color, I want to add 999, and I want to text align to the center. So now we can create the inputs fields, and after typography I'm gonna add the form. Let's add the text field component, and let me add the couple attributes. First gonna be for the label. I'm gonna name it first name, and the second gonna be the variant. That's mean what kind of input I want for the outlined. Okay, let me save. Let's see. All right, so our first input ready, and let me style. I'm gonna add the styles right here. So style, I want to width 100%, and let me add the margin on the top 1 rem, and right and left it's gonna be the 0. Let's save. Let's see, and let's create a class for the main component. I'm gonna create the variable. I'm gonna name it use styles, and I'm gonna place here make styles method. It's gonna be the object. Let's create the first class, and it's gonna be main container, and I want to display grid and justify content. I want to the center and position relative, and I'm gonna add the index, and let's add 5 for now. Let's see. Let's create the variable. I'm gonna name it classes. I'm gonna put here use styles method, and now we can use this class, and right here class name classes that main container. Let me save. Let's see. About hook call, who can be called inside of the body of a function component. Okay, that's why it's happened, because I need to place right here inside of our function. Okay, all right, and let's create another div, and we're gonna wrap our form with this div, and I'm gonna add the class name form container, and of course classes. Now let's style our form container after main container, form container, and background. Actually, we don't need the background. Let's add the position relative, width. I want to add 28.1 to 25 rem, and height gonna be auto. Let me add the padding. I'm gonna use 2 rem, and let's see. Okay, let me close for now. All right. Okay. So let's create another inputs. So now let's create for the last name. Just gonna copy and paste right here. Gonna rename last name, and let me add. Okay, let me see now. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let me get rid of the. Actually, I'm gonna leave for this one, and I'm gonna delete the margin. Let me see. Okay, it's good for now. And now we need to add the font formats, and we're gonna use the library for this. And let me split the console, and we need to install with npm the library called react intl del and input. Let's install. Alright, so we installed it. Let's check in package.json. Here's our library. Alright, so now let's import right here. I'm gonna name it intl tl input from react into tell input. So now we can add this component right here, and I'm gonna add right here the attribute preferred countries. That's gonna be the by default, and by default in the array I want to add for example the Russian format. You can add your, of course. So let's see what we have right here. Okay, so the library installed and displayed, but now we need to style it, and we're gonna use styles of this library, of course. And here we need to import them right here. So import react and to tell input, the path gonna be dist and main css. Okay, that's come of course from here. So let's find the react until tell input library, and I'm gonna show you where we import from. Okay, here's the folder, so you can see dist and the main css. So we import this file right here. Okay, let me fold it. Now it's supposed to work. Yes, okay, and of course we're gonna style it, and you can see by default it's Russian format. So let's see if I'm gonna add +1. Let's change to United States. So library working. Okay, let's style this field. Let's first of all, guys, let's open our node modules. Let's find the main css file. So we need to find. Okay, here's the main css file. Let's see what classes. These classes. Let me just copy. Now let's go to the. Let me just fold it. Let's go to the source, and let's go to the app css. So let me delete everything, and I'm gonna paste these classes, and I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna change these rules, but I'm gonna add new ones. And height, I want to, let's add 3.5 RAM, and width, let's add 28 RAM. Let's add the border radius. I want to use 5 pixels for the border radius, and the border 1 pixel solid. And let's add RGB 182, 181, and 181. Okay, let's save. We're not changing anything, we just add new rules. Okay, let's add the margin bottom right here. So now we can close the app css, and let's add right here margin bottom 1 RAM. All right, so now let's continue. Let's add email field, password, and confirm password, and the bottom. And I think we're gonna finish for this video. And okay, so I'm gonna copy this text field right here, and gonna change the label to email. And you can see we repeat ourselves with the styles. Let's create the class for it, for this input. So input field, I'm gonna name it like so, and let's grab our rules. Let's paste right here. I'm gonna copy the class name, and I'm gonna delete this, and class name classes at input field. That looks more professional. Okay, gonna add right here and right here. Let me save. Let's see. So it's working, but let's add the class right here, class name. Let's save. Let's see. And I'm gonna add the margin bottom for this font input right here. Margin bottom 1 rem. Okay. We need to override. Need to important because we override the main rules. And okay. Okay, now let's add the password and confirm password fields, and we're gonna build them differently in different way. So right here, let's add the form control component. So, and we're gonna add the outlined input component, and the attribute I want to add, it's called end adornment, and I need to bring right here, guys, a couple more components. So it's gonna be input adornment and the icon button. Okay, so let me add this component right here, input adornment, and inside icon button, and I'm gonna add right here edge. That's gonna be the end. Okay, and in this one it's gonna be the position end. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me add after the control input label password. Let me see. Okay, and in form control I'm gonna add the variant, and I'm gonna use outlined. Okay, let's save. Let's see. All right, so and let me fix this. I'm gonna add right here in outlined input label width. I want to use 50. Let's see. That's typo. Label. Let's see. Okay, let's add 70. Looks good. Looks good. And let me add this style to the form control right here. So let me copy and let me add right here, save, and let's see. Okay, but we don't see the button because we need to create some functionality. First of all, let me bring the components, the visibility and visibility off. That's for button. And right here, let me create the hooks. And the first hook I'm gonna create for the password. Let me name it show password value, and set show password value, use state, and the value gonna be the show password false. And let me copy for the confirm password, same thing, but this one gonna be show confirm password value, set show confirm. Okay, and right here. All right, now let's create a method. The first one's gonna be, I'm gonna name it handle click show password. And right here I'm gonna change the value, so set show not confirm but password. I'm gonna use this one, so let me copy and let me paste just in case, so no error. Okay, and inside I'm gonna use the object and show password, gonna be not show password value, that show password. For the confirm password, let me copy too, and I'm gonna use this guy. The method gonna name, it's kind of too long, but I understand what it's for. Okay. All right, set show confirm password, and we change show confirm password, not show confirm password, and right here confirm password. All right, so how it's work when it's fired up, this method, so the set show confirm password and set show password value, they're gonna change. If it's false, it's gonna change to true. If it's true, it's gonna change to false. Okay, that's how these methods work. And let's add these methods. First for the password, where's our password? Right here. And inside of icon button, let me add right here, it's on click event, and I'm gonna paste right here. And inside of icon button, if let me see, if show password value that show password, then I wanna show the visibility component, else I wanna show visibility off. All right, so let's see. It's not exported from Material UI core, as this is icons. And let me cut from here, and I'm gonna import the icons. I'm gonna destructure these two icons, and that's gonna be the from Material UI icons. Now it should be work. All right, let me do different way. Let me copy the name of the icon. Let me add right here. Let me cut this one and let me paste for now. Let me copy this visibility. Let me cut this. Ctrl D, select all, and paste. Now let's see. Okay, now we can see. Let me type, let me hide. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, let's fix it. Let's go back to our password input. So, and outline input, let's add right here the type, and we're gonna check conditionally if we fired up this button. Okay, we want to show or hide, and we're gonna say if let me see the show password value. So let me copy this guy and let me add, and we're gonna ask if show password value show password, then we want to show text type. Okay, else we want to add the password type. Okay, let me save. Let's see now if it's work. And okay, password type, but we want to see the text, and it's working. All right, so let's do same thing for the confirm password. So I'm gonna copy everything and I'm gonna add right here, but I'm gonna change. So show confirm password, show confirm password right here, and handle click show confirm password and show confirm password and show confirm password. So now it's supposed to work, and right here, of course, let me change confirm. So let's see. Okay, let's make a little bit wider for the confirm password. Let's add I don't know, 120. Let's see. 140. I think we can add 35. That's good. All right, so this is work. All right, and let's add the button right here after form control. Let me create the React fragment, empty container. Right here gonna be the button. I'm gonna use the right here the attribute variant contain it. Let me add type submit, and for now I'm just gonna add text sign up. Okay, and let's see if it's display. Okay, and let's style. Let me give the class name gonna be btn, and let's add this class right here, btn width, let me add 100%, height 3 rem, background red, and the color, let's add white. Let me save. Let's see. Okay, and let's add the icon right here. The icon, let me copy paste, and it's gonna be send chart icon, and let me add to the button attribute add icon. That's gonna be this guy. Let me save. Let's see. Send chart. Okay, not chart. I think sharp. Send sharp. Typo. Let's save. All right, and let me change the hover. I'm just gonna add for now. It's gonna be for now the color red. Later we're gonna change. Okay, and okay, not the color but background. Okay, that's for now. So guys, we're done for this video. In the next video we're gonna create the validation for this form. All right, so if you like this video, guys, don't forget to click like button, and don't forget to share with your friends, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed yet to not miss next video. All right, so see you in the next video. Bye.